Pretty good. Yourself?
Good.
Welcome everybody to the live stream of the Perth Lanark Wings against the Ottawa Sting. Live streaming from Brian Kilrea Arena coming from Richmond. I would call it the far east end of Ottawa, but I guess it's more east-ish of Ottawa, but by no means far east. The 8-6 Wings are taking on the 4-9-1 Ottawa Sting, and coming off their 4-2 win against the Romans on Thursday night. So I know the boys are looking forward to keeping the win streak going. The countdown clock has begun with 2 minutes left. By my count, we have all 19 kids here, so we got a full roster. Looking forward to, should be another exciting game. That's the 30-second buzzer. "15 minutes is up on the clock. Our starting goalie for this game is number 30, Jaden Baird. And it looks like we have Christie, Matthews, and McIver are starting forwards, with Kirk and Novak as our starting D. Everyone's in position. Let's get this game going. Face-off, won by Ottawa Sting. Sting aren't able to keep possession of it, but they bring it into their end. There's Matthews and McIver giving chase to it. Chase getting struck. Sting are able to clear it. Goes down. Novak has the puck. Novak flips it around over to Kirk. Kirk banks it off the boards where McIver is. McIver passes up to Matthews. Matthews going through the middle, dumps it onto the goalie, goes off for a shift change. Now Mannion's in place. Mannion and Mahal. Sting flip it over, turn it over to Mahal. Mahal backs it back to McGregor. McGregor Flips it over. Sorry, gotta move the camera. Flips it up to Waugh. Waugh goes in. Avoids the a possible hit from behind there, but Waugh's not able to do anything. But he's still giving chase. Now Mannion's in place. Waugh shoots it towards the goalie, deflected wide. Turns over to the Sting. Pundit tries to keep it in, but can't. Stinger bringing it into our end. Takes a shot, tries to pass it over to a line mate there, the Sting, but it goes wide, not able to get the tape on it. Perth now gets it up to Mahal. Mahal's bringing it through. Mahal goes in. Mahal cuts in, tries to shoot. Oh, but loses the puck as he gets slammed into the net, it looked like. But now Paul now has it. Paul's behind. Can he flip it out to Mannion? Oh, comes out in front of the goalie, but picked up by the Sting. Sting are having trouble kind of keeping it out. But now they are. 1-on-1. There's Ryu now. 2-on-1. Flips it over to the goalie, and Jaden makes a solid save. Sting caught our boys caught up there and ended up being a 2-on-1. But no damage. 13:04 left in the first period. Face-off is won by the Sting. Perth now has the puck, tries to bank it off the boards. Sting not able to keep it in, it looks like. Hall there. Sting passes it back to Kirk. Kirk over to Novak, banks it off the boards where Hall is. Hall gets it, brings it in, takes the shot, but deflected off of the goal, off of the player. Kirk flips it back to Jackson. Jackson tries to get it to his player, but can't. Now here comes Novak. Novak shoots. Saved by Ottawa Sting. Ottawa Sting bring it out. They flip it up, but it's intercepted by Perth. Murphy now has the puck. Flips it up, and they're going for a line change. Oh, here comes Steckley there. Vanderbilt goes in. Now McGregor tries to go in. He manages to keep it in. Vanderbilt comes loose. They flip it back to Pundit, who flips it through. And kind of the goalie there shoves it in the corner. Christie now gets pushed down from behind. No call there. Back foot. Vanderbilt tries to backhand it. They can't. Now Pundit now gets it. Pundit takes it. Shoots it wide. And the Sting are able to keep it out. McGregor shoots up to Steckley. Steckley's not able to get control of it, but Ottawa brings it into their own end. Now Matthews is going in. We have Matthews, Steckley, and Christie now. Matthews putting pressure on him. Sting are able to trying to bring it out, but now Steckley gets the puck and kind of dumps it in. Steckley goes off. I think Christie's trying to be called off, but nope. Turns over. Matthews. Ottawa Sting off of Christie's skate. Christie forwards it over to Ryu. Ryu tries to center up to Matthews, but gets turned over. Let's try this again. Ryu looking for players. Mannion now in over to McIver. Tries to center it, but Matthews wasn't in place. So it sails right through. Turns over to Ottawa Sting. Ottawa Sting are bringing it through our end, and we managed to get in the way there and get the puck. Oops, sorry. Thought they were doing something with that there. Now we're trying to get it through. McIver flips it up to Matthews, who ends up going down. But there's Ryu, dumps it in, they go for a line change. 9:45 left in this first period. Mahone comes in, he gets the puck, flips it over to Jackson, but it is not able to do anything with it. But the puck comes out in the neutral zone. Novak flips it up to Mahone. Sorry, Waugh. Waugh's not able to keep control of it. Puck's kept by the Sting. There's some early game pressure put on by the wings. Mahone now takes a shot and right into the chest of the Sting goalie. 9:16 left in the first period. Still, but definitely some consistent, sustained pressure being put on. Sting have the puck. Behind the goal, Mahone. He's giving chase for the puck. Puck comes loose. Jackson shoots it wide into the mesh. Face off now, won by the Sting. Sting dumped it around, but Hull's right there to pick up the puck. Sting are on him. Two Sting, two wings. Puck comes out to Murphy. Murphy shoots high and wide. Puck is off, but Pundit's there to retrieve the puck. Sting not able to clear it and kept in. Christie now, tries to do something with it. Hull takes a shot, just wide. Now Murphy has the puck. Flips it back to Christie. Christie flicks the puck. Pundit over to McGregor. McGregor tries to do something with it. He gets pushed down. Quite a lot of hitting from behind here that aren't being called. Sting trying to get it through. Dumped in. Well, they go on a line change. 7:46 left in the first period. Now Vanderbilt, Mannion, and Steckley are on. Vanderbilt's going over. Backs into the other player, or tries to anyways. Now, Sting tried flipping it through the middle, but our guys are there. Good skating backwards by Ryu, it looks like there. Mannion now banks it up off to Vanderbilt, but gets sent back over to Ryu. Mannion's definitely getting chase. Sting bring it in. Sting tries centering it, but it goes wide. Picked up by their D-man. D-man takes a shot and right into the glove of David. So 6:59 left in the first period. Still a scoreless game. Face-off won by Perth. Kirk goes in, banks it off the boards. Picked up by Jackson, I believe. Up to McIver. McIver's going in. Goes around. Tries to stick it past the goalie, but can't get it past. Excellent scoring shot. Jackson now has it. Right into the body of the Sting player. Now McIver. McIver's out back. Can he center it for Matthews? It goes up. Goes wide. McIver has it. He's trying to go around, flips it. He gets taken down. Over to Jackson. Jackson shoots. Goes wide. Jackson has it. Our D-man goes in. Puck comes loose. Kirk keeps it in. Back. There. Ottawa Sting bring it through. Here's Novak closing the lane. The Sting player loses it. Back to McIver. He flips it up. But clears into the neutral zone. Looks like there's a penalty coming to the Lanark Wings. And 2 minutes for interference. So, who's going to the box? Looks like Novak is going into the box for 2. So, 5:47 left in the first period. Face off, won by Ottawa Sting. Sting player there, kind of goes in, tries to squeeze it to the side. Perth dumps it down. There's Mahal. Mahal's putting some pressure on. Sting bringing through the neutral zone into Perth's end. Pundik's giving a little bit of a bump there. Sting bringing around the net. Passes up to the D, over to the other D, who shoots it, tries centering it, and can't, but Mannion now has it. Perth trying to clear it. McGregor tries to backhand it, but turns right into the stick of the other player, of the other team. Perth having trouble getting it out. Centers it right to Christie. Christie is able to flick it out. Now Mahal has it. Mahal's bringing it in, and he takes a hard shot into the glove of the goalie, who dumps it, and play continues. 54 seconds left in the penalty to Novak. Murphy's now on. Murphy's giving chase to the puck. Puck's recovered by the Ottawa Sting. Ottawa Sting have it. He does a little wraparound and can't quite do it. 30 seconds left in the penalty. 4:16 left in the first period. We still have a scoreless game, but Ottawa's trying to get on the board here. Perth's trying to kill this penalty, this interference call. Perth. Here comes Murphy. Murphy's bringing it through. Dumps it in. And 8 seconds left in the penalty to Novak. So, looks like Perth has successfully killed that penalty. And still a stick on the ice there. Of course, play hasn't stopped yet. So Perth dumps the puck in and icing. So 3:31 left in the first period. Still a scoreless game. Perth's looking to do a line change right there. Face-off won by Ottawa Sting. They flip it back to the defenseman, which shoots to the other defenseman, who tries taking a slap shot but whiffs on it. Perth's able to clear it into the neutral zone, but it's retrieved by Ottawa. Now Pundik has the puck, but there's 4 kids around him, or 3 kids from the other team around him, but quickly it gets turned over, but Pundik's going back in, flicks it back to Christie, who's able to bank it off the boards, but still kept in by Ottawa. Now we have McGregor. McGregor's bringing it out. He's bringing it up. He gets taken, but turned over to the Sting. Sting are able to pass it in the neutral zone into a player who's waiting for it. He takes a shot, deflected wide by Jaden. Picked up by Vanderbile, I think. Vanderbile is bringing it in. Shoots. He's high and wide. Yeah, that was Vanderbile. Off the boards and ricochets around and into the neutral zone. Kirk now. Picked up by Steckley. Steckley tries to do something with it, but can't. Vanderbile does a little dangles through the neutral zone. Goes in. Is he able to do something with it? He takes a shot and it gets deflected wide. Now Steckley's in the corner. We have Steckley and Mannion. Puck goes back to Kirk. Kirk's able to keep it in, but it gets flicked out. Sting bringing it in. They shoot it wide. 1:51 left in the first period. Still scoreless game. Here's a 2-on-1, but Sinclair does a little bit of a weak shot towards Jaden, and he deflects it. Puck is picked up by Steckley. Steckley's looking to bank it off the boards. Sends it all the way down, and that would be icing. At 1:26 left in the first period. We have a scoreless game from Brian Kilrea Arena. Face off in our end. Won by Perth. Ryu has it. There's a backhanded pass up over the boards, but it's recovered by the Sting. Sting bringing it around the corner, but there's Dowdle. Has Dowdle and Ryu actually. Battle for the puck there. Minute 5 left in this first period. Puck comes loose. Sting have it. Ryu's now going back behind. Ryu's looking to do something. Throws up against the boards. Comes loose. Here comes Jackson. Jackson, McIver, and Matthews. Drops it back to McIver. And McIver gets sent to the ground. He didn't have the puck. Sting bringing it back the other way. Looking to set something up, but off of Matthews' tape, who flicks backhands it in the neutral zone, so Sting have to clear. Here's McIver, is going in, but he gets the puck taken away from him. 30 seconds left in the first period. Ish. Sting bring it into our end and squares it up, right in the check protector of Jaden. So 20.5 seconds left in this game, in the first period, sorry. Scoreless. Sting looking to do something here. Face off, won by Sting. Sting defenseman shoots it towards the goalie, but intercepted by our player. First trying to keep it out. Christie has it. Christie flicks it up to Mahal. Mahal gets the engines going, brings it in. But there's 3 Sting players that are right there. And that will be the end of the first period. So we have a scoreless game after 1 from Brian Kilrea Arena. So just a live streaming note, the cell reception in here for part of the game was very good. So I'm filming this in 1080p high definition, but then during the game, looks like the winds changed direction, and so the cell reception degraded. So as always, I'm doing a local recording of this, so if anything happens to the live stream and it shuts down, when I get back to the hinterland at home, I'll upload the local copies for people to watch afterwards. So start the second period, 15 minutes up on the clock. Face off won by, I would say, Perth. Christie, Hall, and Murphy are our starting forwards. Novak and Kirk are our D right now, starting the second period as well as the first period. Puck's in there in the corner. Novak and Christie. Puck comes loose, but back to the Ottawa Sting, who are able to keep it in. A little bit of a weak shot there, but Perth's able to clear it into the neutral zone. Sting flick it in, and icing, I believe. Nope, offside. Sorry, more focused on keeping the camera where the play is, not necessarily where the puck is, if that makes sense. Anyway, face off won by the Sting. Sting dump it into Perth's end. Recovered by Dowdle. Tries taking a shot, but it fights off of a Sting player. Now Ryu has it. Ryu's looking, banks it over to the boards where Wah is. Wah gets a pancake there up against the boards, but comes loose. Perth not able to clear it. Wah flicks it over to Mahal. With Wah, flicks it over to Mannion. Mannion's now going in, tries taking centers the shot with Mahal, but Mahal gets tied up. Sting bring it through. Dowdle and McGregor there. Come back. Still kept in by Ottawa. McGregor's going for the puck. McGregor up to banks it off the boards toward Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt flicks it up just out of the reach of Mannion, but kept in by Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt dangles behind and flicked away by the Ottawa Sting goalie. Puck comes loose. Jackson gets the puck. Jackson brings it around. Jackson sends it out front. Back to McGregor. McGregor unwinds. Puck goes wide. Steckley now trying to get in there. Sting able to clear it. McGregor gets the puck, but he's kept in being chased by an Ottawa player who flicks it through. Here's McIver was going in, but the goalie for the Sting managed to get it first. Perth able to keep it in. McIver going in there. Does a little bump at the Sting. Flicks it around where Jackson is. Now the player, McIver setting himself up in front of the goalie. Steckley comes loose, but he's not able to put it in. Ottawa Sting bringing it through. Past Pundick. We have a 2-on-1 definitely. Oh! No goal! No goal off the post. It was, the ref waved it off immediately. The parents are livid. They're talking. So that was called a no goal. They call it a goal. Now Coach Chad is going to have a conversation. If we had video replay, we could see whether that was a goal or not, but at the moment, they called it a goal, so it was 1-0. By my initial observation, I think they got the call right, unfortunately. I think that didn't look like it went in. So 12:02 in the second period, Sting go up 1-0. Face off, won by Sting. Sting put it into our end. We pass it back into the neutral zone, turns it over. McIver there, the Sting player, shot it kind of into him, but he didn't know. So McIver gets taken down. Sting get it. Here's a 3-on-2. And they go offside. 11:32 left in the second period. 1-0 for the Sting. Perth looking to tie this game up. Face off. Won by the Sting, but controlled, I guess, by the Perth Mannion. Puck's really coming loose. Hall has it. Hall takes a shot. Oh, deflected just wide off of Murphy's stick. But Mannion, sorry. Here comes, puck comes loose. Hall unwinds. Doesn't know where it is. Puts it in the back of the net. That was either Murphy or Mannion, but regardless, we had two players there that got the rebound and they park it in the back of the Sting net. So 11:08 in the second period, and Perth manages to tie it up 1-1. Sting lead didn't last for long. Face off. Won by the Sting, but I think controlled or quickly taken over by Perth. Mahal and Waugh are in there now, digging deep. Jackson goes in there, tries to put some pressure on. Mahal manages to keep it in. He fires it right into the chest of the Sting goalie. .47, second period. We have a tie game, 1-1. Face off, won by Perth. Flicks it back to Pundick. Pundick gets it. Mahal tries to get control of it, but he can't. Puck comes loose a little bit. Back to, sorry, I can't see, McGregor. McGregor doing something with it. Puck comes loose. There's Pundick going in. Pundick gets the puck. Flips up off the boards. Taken over just out of the reach of Mahal, but kept in by the Sting. McGregor's in there now. McGregor and Pundick and Sting shoot it through. Jaden. There's a scramble there after Jaden was trying to jump on the puck. What's going to happen here? Refs are talking to the Sting players. So nothing's going to happen, so we face off in the Sting end. Face off, won by Sting. They try passing it through, but off of our kid's stick and into the neutral zone. Steckley now has it. Steckley and Vanderbijl. Steckley unwinds and goes high. Vanderbijl's going into the corner. He does a hard hit against the Sting player. That kid goes down. Steckley now gets tied up. Christie there. Sting try to center back. Steckley's kind of going in. Vanderbijl's getting close to the net. Christie. Now the boys are just trying to hit each other, it looks like. Back to Novak. Novak off of the kid's stick. Over. Vanderbijl and Christie trying to do something. Backhands it. Puck comes loose. Here comes Novak. He's running in. Just wide of the net. Steckley shoots it back into the net. Back around. Vanderbijl's really the only one skating there. Two Sting players and one Vanderbijl. It comes loose. Vanderbijl gets it. Can he get out front? Backhands it into. Oh, but he can't. Kirk now. Kirk keeps the puck in. Kirk dumps it in. Vanderbijl giving chase. He's going for it. He gets taken down by one of the players, by the Sting. Sting player trying to get it. Kept in by Kirk. Kirk takes a shot. It goes wide. Now Mannion's in there. A fresh set of legs. Vanderbijl's going it. Vanderbijl. Puck comes loose. Sting get into the neutral zone. And Perth brings it back in. There's McIver. McIver loses the puck, but he gets it back. Bakes up the boards over to Novak. Novak over to Mannion. Mannion tries to center, but it gets reflected, shake it off. Mannion backhands a pass. Comes loose. Over to Kirk. Kirk dumps it in, goes high. Off the boards, recovers by McIver. McIver over to Novak. Novak to McIver. Then we have Matthews in place now. Matthews gets it. He tries to backhand it into the center it, but can't. Gets picked up by the Sting. Sting managed to clear it. Goes into the neutral zone. Here, McIver gets it. He flicks it up off the boards. Gets turned over. And that's offside. 7:36 left in the second period. Scores 1-1. Face off in the neutral zone. Won by Perth. They're not able to get it in. Here. Perth takes it, or Sting take a shot. It goes high and wide, recovered by their D-man. That's shot was deflected down by one of the Sting player's sticks. I figured that would have been a high sticking, but they let play go on. Back to, they take a shot. Dowdle flicks it back up. Sting able to keep it in. But puck is retained by Perth, who's able to center it for Jackson. Jackson's going in. Jackson scores! Over the shoulder of number 20, the Sting goalie. And Jackson, number 32, makes it 2-1 at 6:45 in the second period. So after being down 1-0, Perth's able to score 2 goals and take the lead of this game. So Mahon, Christie, and Waugh are forwards. Face-off won by the Sting. But our forwards are right there to put pressure on, force it into the neutral zone, but they're Sting able to clear it out. McGregor passes it over to Pundick. Pundick dumps it in, the shot on goal, and right into the glove of the goalie who stops play. So Christie, Waugh, and Mahon are still on. Pundick and McGregor are D. Face off won by the Sting. They dump it behind their goal. Up and around the boards. McGregor's there to keep it in. Waugh as well. Waugh's definitely fighting for it. Sting trying to desperately clear it, and they do. And that is going to be icing. So puck comes all the way back to the Sting end. Still Mahon, Christie, and Waugh. Face off, won by Perth. Back to McGregor. Puck comes loose. Here's puck, tries to center it, but Sting can't do anything with it. Now Perth comes the other way. Pundick bringing it up. Pundick bringing it in. Passes it back to Waugh. Comes loose though. McGregor's trying to keep it in, and the puck comes loose. But McGregor there has the puck, flips it, centers it. Still in the neutral zone, but Sting we're doing a line change there, and they had to clear it. Puck goes to Jaden, but Jaden flicks it into the corner. Puck eventually retrieved by McGregor, weakly up the side here, but Mahon has it. Mahon flips it back behind the goalie's net. Waugh there giving chase. Sting take a shot towards the net. It goes just through the crease and wide. 5 minutes left in the second period. 2-1. Ottawa looking to tie it up. Puck goes back to the defenseman. Perth trying to clear it. I think this line's been on for a while for us. Kind of tired. We're having trouble clearing it. Christie centers it right in the front of the goalie, but gets deflected. And Perth now able to clear it. Icing waved off, but that's not going to allow us to change the line. Here's Mannion. We're able to keep it in. Steckley's there. Vanderbilt's there. Vanderbilt comes away with it. Vanderbilt passes it back to Kirk. Kirk takes a shot, but he kind of whiffs on it, but still goes into the corner. Picked up by Mannion. And now Sting are trying to clear it desperately. 4:06 left in the second period. Puck picked up by Steckley. Steckley tries to pass it. He passes it over to Mannion. Bodies are flying there. Where's the puck? The goalie trying to keep it out. Kirk. Puck comes out to Kirk. He tries to backhand it weakly into the skate of the other player, of the other team. Now it's a 2-on-1. Puck comes off of Jaden. Jaden flicks it over. Picked up by Steckley. That could have been dangerous, but bodies are flying. Puck comes. Ottawa. Perth trying to clear it now, and they do. Now Mannion. Mannion has it. He takes the hit and leaves the puck there. Puck's recovered by the Sting. Sting flips it back to the defenseman. Defenseman dumps it down into the corner. Picked up by Kirk. Kirk flicks it up to Vanderbilt, but it's intercepted by the Sting player. He dumps it back in, goes around the corner. Now Steckley flicks it through, and the puck gets dumped back into our end. Comes loose. Vanderbilt and Jackson are there. Jackson and McIver now. They're big fighting. 2:46 left in the second period. Here comes the Perth Lanark. Flicks it in. McIver's battling the Perth Lanark, or sorry, the Sting guy. Now Matthews is on. Sting try clearing it, but they don't. Kept in by Jackson. Flicks it into the corner. McIver takes the player. Matthews gets sent to the ground. And the Sting are having trouble trying to clear it. And McIver keeps it in. Jackson tries to backhand it. The Sting goalie doesn't know where it is. And there's some after the whistle fighting there, or shoving I should say. So 2:10 left of the second period. It's 2-1 Perth. Sting looking to try to add a second one to tie it up. Face off, won by Perth, back to Dowdle. Dowdle flicks it in, but off the skate, but picks up his own deflection. McIver tries to backhand it into the net, but it goes wide. Puck is kept in by the Sting. Sorry, is gotten out by the Sting, but quickly retrieved by Perth, who's able to dump it back in. McIver gets it taken off him. He flicks it in, just wide. Oh. Back to Dowdle. Dowdle takes a shot again off the Sting player. Puck's kind of coming loose. Now it's a 3-on-1. Back checking. Ryu there didn't know who to take, so he took the kid that could possibly pass to, but nothing came of it. Good play there. Perth brings it out around the defenseman. Shoots high and wide. Banks it off. Puck comes out all the way around into our end. Onto the tape of Pundick. Pundick over to Murphy. Murphy flicks it up tries to go into Jackson, but can't. 58 seconds left in the second period. Sting trying to avoid going offside. Owen Hall now has it. Owen Hall brings it in, and he gets taken, stopped. They flick it around to Christie. Christie kind of fans on it, tries to go towards the net, but he's still in there. Definitely not getting up. Christie sends it around behind the net. Hall intercepts it at the blue line. Hall's trying to do something with it. 20 seconds left in the second period. Sting dump it back down behind their net, but there's Mahone. About 10 seconds left. Flicks it back to Kirk. Off of Kirk's stick. Owen Hall, no, Mahone. Can do something with the 3 seconds left. And Sting able to clear it as the buzzer goes. So after 2-1 Perth over Ottawa Sting. So 18 minutes is up on the clock. Third period. Mahal, Christie, and Mannion, it looks like, are starting. Sorry, Waugh, sorry. Face off won by Sting. Sting passes it back to D, shoots it in off the stick of another player, and it goes wide. Kirk there gets the puck, sends it into the corner. Mahal has it. Mahal bringing it through. He gets hit up against the board. Now, puck comes loose. Waugh winds up and wide of the net. Picked up by Waugh. Sorry, Mahal. Mahal flicks it back to Novak. Novak shoots it off a 6 and thought they're calling high sticking there, and that's what they're doing. So ref calls the play dead. Puck gets brought out into the neutral zone. Mannion, Vanderbyle, and Steckley are our forwards. Ryu and Dowdle are our D. Face off won by, I would say, Sting. Sting bringing it into our end. They desperately tried to shoot it through, but enough of a traffic jam there. Picked up by Mannion. Mannion now passes it over to Vanderbyle. Vanderbyle goes around. He tries shooting it, but there's no one there in front of the net. So puck gets turned over to the Sting. Steckley gets it. He shoots it wide. Vanderbyle now dumps it back in. RD go for a line change. Steckley's in there. Here comes Pundik at the blue line. Picked up, centers over to Vanderbyle. Vanderbyle takes a shot and right into the glove of the Ottawa Sting. 16:26 left in the third period, 2-1. Perth. So Pundik and McGregor are D. Jackson, Matthews, and McIver are forwards. Perth looking to, I don't know what McIver was doing there. He has his glove off. He still has the glove off, it looks like. Anyway, puck comes out. McGregor goes down. Ottawa Sting tries. I don't know what just happened there, but Ottawa Sting passed from one to the other and right in the back of the net. So at 16:10 in this third period, Ottawa Sting managed to tie it up on what looked like a bad play from Percent. The ref dropped the puck before McIver was even in play and had a glove on, it looked like. Anyway, face off. Picked up by Perth. Pundik passes it back to McGregor, who passes it up to McIver. Jackson now is bringing it in. Matthews is going in there. Jackson over to McIver, but he couldn't get his stick on it. Matthews now has the puck. Puck comes loose, kept in by Pundik. Pundik sends it across the blue line, so Perth has to clear. McGregor over to Pundik. Pundik off McIver's skate. Sting player flicks it into the chest of Jackson. Puck goes all the way around. Now Hall's waiting for the puck to get to him. He's able to get it in there. McIver now shovels it back behind, but turns it over. Novak now. Novak takes a shot, but he kind of whiffs at it. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Hall's gets the puck. Hall over to Kirk. Kirk sends it up off the boards. He turns it over to the Sting, who bring it in. 3-on-2. Off of Kirk. Kind of goes wide. Up over to Hall. Hall has it deflected into the Christie's stick. Now Murphy. Murphy sends it in. Decided instead gets taken the shot, but Hall now off of a player. Kept in by Kirk. Winds up. Christie now gets the puck. It goes wide. There's Hall. Trying to center it for Murphy. Just centers it but turns it over. Now here comes the Sting. They clear shot, but they don't do anything with it. Off of our player 6. Off of Jaden, just got the pad out there and stops the goal from going in. Sting able to bring it in, but Christie's able to get it, grab it and bring it down. Christie backhands it out. Christie banks it off the boards. They go for a line change. Mahone now is giving chase. Mahone, Waugh, and Mannion. Puck goes back into the corner where Ryu gets it. He kind of fans on it. Here comes Mannion. Mannion's bringing it out. Mannion. Dumps it in. Mahone was giving chase, but the goalie for the Sting put his glove on, stops play. 13:27 left in the third period. Scores tied 2-2. So Ryu, Dowdle, or D. Face off. Won by Perth. Back to Dowdle. Dowdle gets it through and just into the glove of the Sting goalie. Let's try this again. Face off. Picked up by Perth. Back to Dowdle again. Dowdle shoots off of Mahole's stick and picked up by Sting, and they bring it through. One-on-one. Ryu gets in there, and the Sting send it high and wide. Waugh has it. Waugh flicks it up to Mahone. Mahone gets checked up against the boards. Turned over to Ottawa. Waugh is in there. Sting player tries to center it to a player who's on the Perth blue line, but the kid couldn't get a stick on it, so it goes into our end for icing. Nope, they're saying it's offside. I figured that was icing. But offside, I guess. Face off, won by the Sting. Sting bring it in, into the corner. Puck comes loose, back to the Sting player. Sting's able to keep it in. Steckley's giving battle. Steckley's able to get it into the out of our end. Jackson's going in there now. Jackson's, Steckley. Oh, penalty, sorry, I missed that. So I missed that, sorry. There's a penalty there. So Ottawa's on the power play, a minute 23, so a penalty to Mahone. Minute 23 left in the penalty, 12-17 left in the game. Game's tied 2-2. Face off, won by Perth, but we try to clear it, but it gets kept in by Ottawa. Ottawa centering it up, tries to shoot it. That I could have swore was in, but they called it. Vanderbilt loses it. Puck comes loose. Here comes Kirk. Kirk's kind of gave up there, so Sting ended up getting the puck. But now Perth's able to clear it. 49 seconds left in the penalty to Mahone. Mannion's going into their end, trying to put some pressure on. We got Matthews. Matthews does a backhanded pass. Now Matthews is going in. Sting having trouble getting it into our zone and keeping it there. 26 seconds left in the penalty. Matthews is putting some pressure on him along with Mannion. Sting bring it out into the zone, into the Perth end. Perth takes a shot, it goes wide. But he just kind of walked around. Some good goaltending there by Jaden. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Mahone. Then we go back to even strength. 10:59 left in this game. So we have Jackson, McIver are forwards. Face off won by the Sting. Sting player takes a shot off of McIver. Sting's looking to get a rebound. Penalty's over now. Holding call coming to the Sting. So is that a holding penalty for us? Yeah, okay, so I thought that was a penalty going to the Sting, but I guess McGregor's getting a penalty. So 10:38 left in the third period. Perth just killed a penalty, now they're back on killing a penalty. Face off won by Ottawa. Tries taking a slap shot, intercepted by Christie. Christie sends it all the way down, but there's Hall's giving some serious chase. Puck comes passed out back. Christie sends it back into their end. There's Hall, still in their end. Flicks it around. Here comes Ottawa. Ottawa's looking to bring it out. They're having trouble. Oh, shot it in, went deflected high into the rafters, so the refs blow it dead. Minute 26 left in the penalty. 10:04 left in the game. Face off, won by Perth. He goes deep into Perth's end. Puck is iced by Christie. Sorry, Dowdle. Dowdle did that. But there's Murphy putting some serious pressure on the Sting. You're having trouble getting into our end. But now they're in our end. They pass it back to their D-man, or one of their men, pass it back to number 8. Number 8's looking to do something, does a drop pass. Picked up by Perth, who's able to ice it. 43 seconds left in this penalty. Mannion's in there now. Catches Perth on the line change. They're able to pass it in. Mannion's going around. Mannion and Mahal, Ryu, and Novak are 4 players. 23 seconds left. Mahal goes in there to place the puck. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Ottawa's looking to get something going here. Puck comes out. Ryu flicks it up. At the blue line. Puck comes out. And penalty's over now, so now we're back to even strength. Over to Novak. Novak flicks it up to Mahal. Sorry, Waugh. Waugh tries centering it to Mahal, but can't. It's just off his tape. Puck comes in. Perth able to separate the puck from the Sting player, but they are able to keep it in. Sting does a drop pass. Perth having a hard time keep. Excellent save by Jaden there. They send it in. Off of the player's stick. Slides into the right side of the net. So at 7:52 left in the third period, Ottawa Sting take a 3-2 lead. Number 87 there doing a little showboating for the crowd. Say well deserved. So face off won by Perth. Sorry, Sting. But now it's Seckley. Seckley, he's the only one in the end. Our Perth was kind of hanging back at the blue line. Now you got Vanderbile. Vanderbile gets the puck. He brings it in. Vanderbile, Christie, and Seckley. Pundit setting himself outside. Trying not to let this game get out of hand. Puck gets turned over by Perth. McGregor McGregor gets a hard slash. I think we all heard that in the stands. So now this is, I think, the first penalty for the Sting. It's the opportunity for Perth to get this, bring it back to a tie game. So 7:15 left in the third period. Perth's going up on the power play on a 2-minute slashing call to the Sting. Again, referee drops the puck before our players are even paying attention. Gallo gets it. McIver shoots, scores! 13 seconds left, or 13 seconds into the power play. Number 34, Noah McIver, sends it over the top shoulder of the Sting goalie to get that, to bring it back to a tie game. Face-off won by the Sting, but retrieved by Perth, who dumps it in. Matthews is going in there. Matthews, Vanian, and McIver. McIver able to keep it in, but nope, it trickles out in the neutral zone. And puck goes offside. So 6:43 left in the third period. We have a tie game, 3-3. Remember last time the Wings played the Sting, there was a 7-4 win for the Wings. So this game is not won or lost by either one. Murphy now dumps it in. He gets taken down, tripped. No call there, it looks like. Puck gets brought out in the neutral zone. Jackson separates the player from the puck, as they say, but he can't. Jackson's now bringing it up. Goes around. There's 3 players there, tries to poke it through the goalie. Jackson fires it. Novak, I think, takes a shot. Comes back. Novak flicks it through. Over! Oh, into the chest. Jackson does a backhanded pass, but the goalie for the Sting was right there to center it. Good save by that goalie. Sting players giving the goalie a tap on the helmet. 6 minutes even left in this game. Scores tied 3-3. Face-off won by Perth. Mulholland dumps it back in. Goes around the corner. Matthews overskates it. Picked up by the Sting, who tried to clear it. Waugh now. Waugh and Christie have the puck. Sting are trying to bank it around. Puck goes around over to Kirk. Kirk dumps it in. Centers it, but off of the Sting player's stick. Mahal and Steckley. Mahal. Puck gets brought out into the Perth end. Waugh is able to punch it through. So in the neutral zone, Sting have to clear up our end. Sting now have the puck. They take a shot, goes wide. Vanderbile's now giving chase. Vanderbile sends the kid to the ground. Picked up, tries centering it for Vanderbile, but taken over by the Sting. There's a kid down there. Refs are still playing. And not sure what happened there, but kid's still down on the ice. Everyone's taking a knee. 4:42 left in the third period. It's a scoreless game. Got 15 minutes left on the curfew clock, so it should be plenty enough time to get this game in, but trainer, hopefully that Sting kid is all right. He's just lying down on the ground. Trainer's asking him some questions. kid's still laying down. Looks like it's a knee problem, a knee issue. So the player's going to get some assistance off the ice. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He's favoring one knee there, you can kind of see. That. Hopefully it's nothing serious. You never want to see a kid to being taken off the ice like that. He's sitting on the chair now, so now they're carrying the chair to the dressing room. Anyway, hopefully everything's all right. Face off, won by Perth. Mannion now. Mannion tees up into the back of the net. So at 4:35, Mannion tees it up and does a wrist shot into the back of sends the puck into the back of the net. So Perth takes a 4-3 lead in this game. Face off. Won by Perth. Mannion dumps it in. Steckley and Vanderbilt are going in. We have Pundick and McGregor as our D. Sting try dumping it through and icing call. So puck will come all the way back into Ottawa's end. Can the Wings hold off the Sting? It's going back and forth for sure. McIver is there. Ryu sends it in. Jackson has the puck. Jackson looks forward. McIver there battling for it. Tries to send her out front. Over to Jackson. Jackson's sticks get lifted but can't put it. Sting come out. Picked up, shot by Ottawa, picked up by Jackson. Jackson backhands it, but picked up by Sting. Sting now. Ryu takes the kid and oh! Here comes Jackson. Jackson brings it to the neutral zone. Line change. Ooh. Gets intercepted by the Sting guy and loses the puck. Now you have Hall and Murphy. Jackson goes off. Hall and Murphy are deep in there. Now Christie comes on, kept in by Novak, I believe, who sends it into the corner. Gets turned over. Sting able to bring it into the neutral zone. Doubt. Christie backhands it to Murphy, who sends it back in. Murphy is giving chase. Sting passes it up. Brings it in through the neutral zone into the Perth end. Kirk there tying the kid up, tries to pass it, centers it, but no one was there. I believe that's called. Yeah. Hall was bringing it in there. Murphy has it. Murphy backs it to the Sting player. He shoots it. Ah! The first shot rebounded off the Sting goalie, but picked up by Christie, who sends it back into the net. So 2:25 left in this game. Perth takes a 5-3 lead. So Murphy, Christie, face-off. Won by Perth. Murphy dumps it in. Off of the goalie and into the corner. Hall Hull's giving chase there. Christie gets taken down. Sting desperately trying to get something going here. Picked up by McGregor in our end. McGregor passes it up to Mahal. Mahal flips it up to Mannion. Mannion now bringing it through. Mannion's going in there. Minute 45 left in this game. 5-3 lead for Perth. Mahal dumps it back in. Waugh goes in there. Waugh is getting squeezed. Now Mahal goes in. Puck comes loose. Flicks forward. Recovered by the Sting. A minute 23 left in this game. Sting now looking to bring it through. They flick it up into the neutral zone. Mahal dumps it. Sorry, Mannion flicks it in towards the goalie. A minute 10. Ottawa's having trouble getting it into our end for them to pull their goalie. Sting now bring it in. Takes a flick shot. 53 seconds left in the game. Sting still have their goalie in. Picked up by Perth. Here's Mahal. Mahal dumps it in. 40 seconds left. Vanderbile's in there now. Vanderbile has the puck. 34 seconds left. Picked up by Jackson. Jackson's not able to do anything with it. Take a flick shot. Jackson flicks it back to Vanderbile. But can't reach it. I think that's Novak. He takes a shot into the corner. 14 seconds left. Jackson intercepts it. He brings it in. Jackson loses his stick. So apparently slashing calls don't get called here, but regardless, fight going on in the corner down there. Now, hopefully the refs do something about this. You had a player from the Sting literally jumping into the fight. Some of the Perth parents are saying the refs are going to call something. The game's over, but anyway. It was a hard-fought game, but Perth emerges victorious 5-3 against the Sting to go 2-0 in the season series. So the Sting, the Wings go 9-6. They go 9-6. The Sting go 4-10-3, I believe. Everybody clears the boards. It was a hard-fought game for sure. All right, well, that's it from Brian Kilrea Arena, where the Perth Lanark Wings defeated the Ottawa Sting 5-3. Next game is, I believe, Tuesday against Mississippi Thunder Kings. So thank you everybody for watching, and looking forward to live streaming the game on Tuesday night for you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.